Everyone, I'm Zahid from Talksa Innovation Valley. Welcome to all of you to the new podcast. Today we have a very amazing guest, Hanlin Fang. Hanlin is head of digital experience and intelligent platform products at Airbnb. You know, Airbnb is a very famous digital product, digital platform, a global platform. So, first of all, Hanlin, I really warm welcome you to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me.
And our today's episode topic is product innovation in today's fast-paced world, challenges and opportunities. And on this, I'm sure that Hanlin will be uh, sharing a lot of strategies, insights, tips, tricks, and a lot of knowledge and wisdom with our audience. So I'm so excited to do this episode with Hanlin.
Sounds exciting. That has been always a great journey to be part of this digital transformation across different sectors. Love to share what I have learned and also love to get feedback and learnings from others.
Thank you. And before we jump to the questions, Hanlin, I would first love you to give your brief introduction, your background, your story, how you, I mean, actually from where you got your schooling and higher education, how you moved to USA, and then why you decided to come to the digital domain, and how and when you joined Airbnb.
Great. So I was born and raised in China. Both my parents were working related to technology sectors. So that was the part of my nature, always be curious about new things. So that was the reason I came to US because I feel like this is a great opportunity with tons of innovation. Since then, I started as a software engineer, then transitioned to be a full-time product manager. I feel like that product management is my entire passion. After so many years, I'm still so excited every day to work on the product related, whether it is product innovation or product, growth or how we understand the customer. So for me, that's forever or never ending journey for me to keep learning, to understand the world. And because of the technology background, I love how technology can enable certain product deliveries that impact millions of users' life, how they work, even from B2B and B2C. So for me, that's, we are in a very special and very exciting moment right now with all those latest AI technologies. And from this episode, love to learn and share what I think of the future of technology can even more empowering how we can work in life. So happy to be here.
All right. So, Hanlin, tell us how the technological advancements has and is affecting the product innovation in recent years.
Of course, yeah. Technology is advancing like crazy these days, right? So it opens up a bunch of opportunities for all sorts of companies, especially startup companies, in my view. So they can build some pretty cool stuff on top of latest technology stack without worrying their existing business operations, for example, or keeping their existing customers happy. It is really a perfect time for introducing disruptive products to any sectors you can think of. So for me, when I learned there are hundreds of generative AI applications or solutions coming out every month, it's pretty clear that the innovation is moving at lightning speed. This is the moment we're living in. Super exciting. But there are also some new challenges that comes with this pace. So how do we make sure our products stick out from the rest? Especially now we are building a lot of cool applications using open source technologies, right? And who actually owns the rights to our brilliant ideas we put into our applications? So the best way to tackle those issues or challenges for me is really, there's one thing never change when technologies are evolving in such fast pace, is your customer, right? We should always put our customers first. So make our product design all about our customers. So this is how we can differentiate from others. This principle never been changed. At the same time, right, when we're focusing on user experience and making sure we are staying ahead of a curve compared to others, the only way we can do this is to really understand our customer, really understand what they really need by proactive listening, right? Many times, the disruptive innovations happen when customers even didn't realize they actually need your product. I always like iPhone analogy, right? I don't know I need it, but I cannot live without it. So that's the goal. So that's the only way we can keep our product relevant and cool in a constant changing market. So fundamentally, technologies are still enablers, right? To allow product people to create something that benefit our users. So customers are still in our center of product development. So that's just my thinking is why the product management is always exciting, but with fundamental core with our customers and users. Yeah.
All right. So, Hanlin, what are the biggest challenges that companies or startups usually face when they try to innovate in today's fast-paced environment?
Uh, when it comes to innovating, companies with different sizes from different sectors, they face all kinds of challenges. So for example, for big dogs, like currently successful customers or companies, so it's all about finding the right balance between keeping their current business running smoothly, satisfying their current customers, at the same time, investing strategically in the future growth with the latest technology. So for me, the real challenge, I rather say is the real opportunity is really how we can identify or we can detect the signals with how people's behavior changes due to the new technologies in the marketplace. So think about it, right? We shop today, we watch movie today, we connect, communicate with people today, we even work and live very differently now, even compared to 3 years ago. So that's how the technology can impact people's life. So today with generative AI technologies, at least from my personal point of view, I see potential changes in how we act and how we expect and what we expect as a consumers across different sectors. I feel like that's going to impact all industries and every one of us. So from the way we work and travel, because I'm in the travel industry, how to we find a way and learn and do things differently with the new technology. So that's how I think that's the biggest challenge. So in the past, right, we all witnessed some huge and successful companies lose their relevance as innovation wave passed them. Even some of those companies even vanished, right? So we don't have to give the names, but some of those maybe still exist, but they are less impactful. So that's how, as a personal style, we like to really to see how we signal the potential behavior change of our customers that will allow us to introduce disruptive innovations. So here's a fun story. So I just learned from over the weekend. So I know someone who is currently studying law at the University of Chicago. So past weeks, right? So she took her law writing, one of her final exams, and she was convinced that she had failed after that exam. So as it turned out, the professor this year had made that test extremely difficult because of ChatGPT. Had recently passed the bar exam, right, with even score at 90% percentile. So the professor was so worried that students will use ChatGPT during the take-home exam. So it made that exam extremely difficult. So everybody feels like they might already failed. But that's how the technology might impact every one of us. At the same time, I feel like this is a positive impact because it makes human stronger, even more advanced than current 90% persons have. Yeah. So that's my take, Zahid.
Right, Hanlin, it's really insightful. I mean, Hanlin, what are some of the journal strategies uh, for bringing innovation in the existing product?
I I like this topic, right? So when we bring the innovation into existing products, we actually have two different ways. One is to identify the incremental innovations on top of current technology or current product portfolio. So this is one way. Another way is, as a product leader, how can we consider the potential disruptive solutions that might revolutionize the entire solution? Whatever we have today, whatever we are successful today, may and might not be super relevant in the future without self-disruptive product innovations. So in order to do this two threads in parallel, so for me, it's really how we strategize the investment, right? How we do rapid prioritization. Radical prioritization is always the key, how we strategize the product innovation and product investment. So, so every product manager will have their own roadmap, right, where with their own milestones. But the fundamental principle to have the laser focused roadmap with a clear milestone and outcome measurement is really to really understand your customer segment. Now, how can we do prioritization? Many times, product managers we want to introduce so many more innovation ideas into our product. More is like, how can we do less? How can we focus on those differentiators? With technology innovations, the service or experience differentiations will be different. So how can we spend energy to really, again, back to customer as a core? How can we truly understand customers? How can we truly understand the potential behavior change caused by the technology potentials? How can we marry the art of the possible from technology with the art of the behaviors, the art of serving our customers, having those two together? So really, it's all about how we strategize your product portfolio and how we practice the core principle when we work out those solid products. Is really less is more, be laser focused, prioritize, and prioritize. That's how I think the way it is.
Right. Henlin, how that when we talk about the product innovation, there are three roles. One is product team, the second is uh, customer, and the third is your overall process and strategy of the company and the processes. So how do you define the role of the product team and the customer in bringing the product innovation collectively?
Of course. So for me, first of all, we have a customer, we have a company vision, we have a product, we have other processes. So for me, innovation needs diversity, right? Innovation needs people from different functions, and they can bring different, and unique expertise. Innovation is not entirely technology driven or entirely product driven. So product play a critical role in the middle that connects the dots. So that's really what innovation means. Creativity comes from the connecting of the dots. So only if we can collaborate holistically across different functions and processes, we can introduce a truly disruptive product solution to our customers. So here's the interesting thing how I perceive, disruptive innovations, right? So when we understand customers, we really want to make sure we understand the potential customer needs. So that's introducing another interesting perspective, this market trend, right? How can we understand the bigger market, then segmentation into your specific customers? Because technology will disrupt the potential TAM. And technology will enable process innovation that might accelerate certain innovations as well. So I give you some examples here. I'm sure you are, you are familiar with the Airbnb, right? But Airbnb story is really how we found an innovative way actually to identify the market need, the market fit. So basically, Airbnb started off as a way people rent their homes to travelers who needed a space, a place to stay. So it was founded back 2008 by our founder, still our CEO today, Brian Chesky, with his two partners, right? So Airbnb was called Air Bed and Breakfast. So the whole idea came about when they were in San Francisco for a conference, and all the hotels were booked up. So they rented out some of the air mattresses in their apartment to people who needed a place to crash, right? So they saw the potential. It was a huge business opportunity. So at that moment, it's really how you identify those market trends and those potential market niche that the company can strive. I also like to share another story here is the product innovation is not just the product development itself. It can happen at every phase or every stage of product cycle. For example, when I was building an AI machine learning platform product for a B2B company 7 or 8 years ago, at that time, AI was still very new concept to enterprises. So we need tons of data to train our deep learning model. But at that time, barely any enterprise customers were willing to give any data to us. So it became a chicken and egg issue, right? How could we deliver solution to our customers who want it, but at the same time, our customers were so reluctant to give us their data to make the model training work. So here's what we did at the end. So we came up with a gamification idea where we can ask our employees across globally to contribute their own data while keeping all the data anonymous. So we made a tool and run a contest with the prices like iPhones, iPad. So within a month, surprisingly, we get all the data we need to train a model and deliver it to our customers. So having that delivery, our customers started using it. We actually get more data to retrain the data to keep improving, keep innovation. So that's how I perceive innovation can happen in the entire product value chain. It's more than just product itself. Did that answer your question? Is that it?
Yeah, it's really amazing, Hanlin. I'm inspired how you are, bringing innovation and bringing value addition, and you are justifying your role. Actually, I'm really inspired. So, Hanlin, that when we talk on innovation, it's not an easy job. Why? Let me tell you the challenge. The challenge is one thing is called mental consensus and convincing your team that why you want to bring a certain innovation to the existing product, or why you want to add a new feature, why you want to delete some or change an existing feature. So the challenge is how as a product manager or how as a team lead one can convince his or her team on the innovation.
So I love this question because it's really how we shift the mental model to have a growth mindset when we discuss, when we brainstorm the innovation ideas, right? So at the core, what companies go companies wanted to grow, want to serve their customers better, right? As a product, we serve companies' vision and mission to achieve that goal. And everyone working in the company with that goal in mind. So that's the foundation of successful company, the vision alignment. The second thing is, in order to innovate, whom we serve for, again, we're back to customer in the center, right? In order to listen to our customer in the center, we need to understand the market trend, the technology trend. So whenever the innovation happens, you should have the proper market trend. The size is big enough. You should have enough users who are interested in. Then you should have a technology that can be part of an enabler to empower the solution. So with these three triangles together, internally, when we shift the mindset, it will require the empowering culture to encourage people to think out of the box, to encourage people to build a culture we can fail fast, so we can learn fast. Also to introduce a proper process that product team can work closely with designers, closely with our developers to introduce the iterative release planning. So we release small features, right? The small features can be either incremental or disruptive. Then we really should introduce a customer feedback in the loop, right? How can we capture customer feedbacks while we're introducing those innovation ideas? So people will be inspired by the outcome. When they see customers' excitement, when they see customers got inspired by our vision, so it doesn't really matter innovation, incremental innovations or disruptive innovations. Ultimate goal is we serve our customers, we serve our users. So with empowering culture, I truly believe we will find a way saying, okay, you know what? The incremental can only help to do this much. We need to have something disruptive. And this is how we can actually revolutionize our own solution. So that's a combination of your innovation pipeline. It's always a fun part and challenging part for any product leader to balance those two.
All right. So, Henlin, AI or technology in general is doing crazy. I mean, my God, the speed is too much. So, keeping in view the emerging technologies, keeping in view the AI, where the AI is going, where the other technologies are going, uh, you know, the speed of the change is like crazy. So, how do you see the product innovation in future, and how the companies and startups can, lead the market in today's, fast-paced world?
Yeah, we are innovating at speed of light, right? It's light, lightning speed when we are innovation. I this is a perfect storm for startup companies because the infrastructure, the AI infrastructure, the AI key players make the most advancing technologies available for everyone. So it's almost open source accessibility. So with that, startups can innovate in a such way the big company cannot do at the same speed, right? Because startups don't have the baggage of running existing business operations and serving existing customer incremental needs. So they can full speed running on the latest technologies to serve the potential disruptive product offers. So for me, this is a very exciting moment for startups companies. The same excitement or heated discussions happen on every bigger companies as well right now. How can we be part of this fast-paced innovation game without losing the potential, market competition advance, right? So that's how bigger companies are heavily strategized. But bigger companies might face different set of challenges. opportunity as well, because talent-wise, the resource-wise, if the bigger companies really decide the key investment strategy, then they can allocate resource much faster and more effectively. And bigger companies also own the go-to-market power, right? So for the startup company, for the big companies, actually the potential market size might be different from what we are addressing today. That's how I personally truly believe identify the potential customers or users behavior change will open up the different market concept. So you can see those different threads coming together. Regardless who is more ahead of curve, I truly believe our customers, our users will get benefit from this.
All right, Hanlin, trust me, the podcast, the episode with you was really insightful. That was the last question. Now, next is not the question. In the last, I would love to ask you any inspiring message that you would like to give to the inspiring entrepreneurs, potential entrepreneurs, and university students. Any inspiring message that could change their life.
For me, loving technologies reflect people's mindset, because curiosity is the key for us to thrive, to succeed, to serve our users, our customers better. So be part of a technology innovation wave and be open-minded. Also, I would suggest all the leaders to really promote empowering culture that encourage people to take a little bit more risk, then give them opportunity to fail fast and learn fast, and set up this irritations process to facilitate, accelerate the innovation process end to end. For me, next few years, it's so exciting with the latest technologies. I couldn't wait to experience and be part of that journey. It's just be curious, be part of that journey, be open-minded. So that's all we need.
Thank you so much, Hanlin, for joining today's episode. And it was really fantastic experience with talking to you. So I'm so happy that you joined us.
All right.